Hello there, Year 8. Here is the feedback from the evolution and selection task we did a couple of weeks ago on brain development. I'm going to talk you through the question, talk you through how to organise it, share some examples of good work we got and show you a model answer. Now, if you want to have a go yourself at home, don't go quite as far as the model answer, stop there and you can have a go and then check it. Right. This is the question that I set you. It looks like there's a lot there to take in, so we are going to look at it one section at a time, and if you break a question down like this, it makes it a lot easier to understand. So first things first, let's look at the data. We've got numbers, we've got arrows, arrows that go in two directions. The first set of information is brain capacity. Now capacity is volume, how much fits inside. So we're not talking about the shape of the skull, although that's very interesting. We think about the volume, how much space there is for a brain inside a skull at the back here. And we can see that it changes from 600 slowly up to 1400 cc's, that's cubic centimetres. We've got time along the bottom, we've got the present day, so roughly that's what your skull would look like if you took your face and your hair off, but please don't try, all the way back to 3.5 million years ago. So we've got a very, very long time for these changes to occur. It's not quick, it's not one generation for each of these, but in that time, brain capacity has almost doubled, more than doubled, from 600 to 1400, because remember, double 6 will be 1200. So you can make a general idea from this that as time passes, brain capacity increases. And that shows us what we're thinking about. Think about time passing and brain capacity. Now let's look at the keywords section. This is on the left, that's why I've got the border here. You've got the command word explain. I put this in red. I would highlight this if I was working on it at home. And then explain means that we have to tell the reader how something works or how it happens. And there's two key bits that you have to explain. You have to include sexual reproduction and evolutionary change. Now, sexual reproduction, put some quick notes together here. Two parents, a male and a female. You get half the DNA from each, so the offspring has a new, unique DNA combination. It's not the same as their mum, it's not the same as their dad, it's not even the same as their brother or sister unless they are identical twins, sometimes also called clones. This came from our reproduction topic earlier this year, a little bit of revision thrown in there for you. Evolutionary change is a gradual change over many generations. We looked at carrots and we looked at cows in the previous week, so we should have been quite good on that, and we know that that was a key phrase. You have to be sure to explain that it's many generations, it's not quickly overnight. Big difference between a parent and a child. Right, these are the words that they asked us to use. They got 1, 2 or 3 points. And alleles, chromosomes, eukaryote, they're all the ones that are worth a lot more, and these are the easy ones, but I've put them into groups here to see how they work together. So a eukaryote is an organism that has a nucleus containing DNA, and we know that the DNA is split into chromosomes, which are themselves split into alleles. That's a level of organisation. Sexual reproduction involves gametes, that's an egg and a sperm. In mammals, or it's pollen and an ovule in plants. And that's for reproduce is a related word, and variation is the result of having the gametes. Generations and evolutionary change go together. You don't get evolutionary change overnight, you get it over many generations. So here are some of the good sentences that I picked out from answers sent in by students from the two classes. Ruby said, the brain is where we do our thinking. All our senses are tied into our brain, allowing us to experience the outside world. Doesn't directly relate to the question, but it is a good introductory sentence to explain why the brain is important. Jess said, over many years, brains have developed. So she has actually got the idea of the statement that comes from that starting picture with brains and lots of years. She also said, later in her answer, over many generations there would be much variation. So really emphasising the time aspect of it. Well done, Jess. Caitlin W said, since humans use sexual reproduction, that means to make offspring they have to use gametes, which only have half the DNA, so they can mix and cause variation due to different chromosomes. So well done, Caitlin. You've all picked up different parts of it nicely in your writing. Now, for those of you that haven't had a go and would like to have a go, pause the video here and do it. For the rest of you, here is a model answer with slightly red highlighting for the keywords that we needed to include. So I'll read it out to you. Eukaryotes are organisms which contain their DNA within the nucleus. This DNA is passed on to offspring as a result of sexual reproduction. Variation results from the sharing of DNA from the two parents. Each parent produces a gamete, which has chromosomes that contain alleles which determine characteristics. When the gametes combine, a new, unique DNA combination occurs. If you have a go at using unique and can't spell it correctly, I won't mark you down for that. Over many generations, this can lead to evolutionary change as individuals with an advantage pass that advantage onto their offspring when they reproduce. That is survival of the fittest. In the case of humans, fossil evidence shows that the brain capacity has increased over millions of years. That's going back to the pictures of the skulls at the beginning. In any generation, the individual with the larger brain would have an advantage and be more likely to survive and reproduce. I think that covers all of it. If any of you have got any questions, please let me know. But very well done and see you soon. Bye.